My name is Michael Riddell, and today I'm going to bring to you a few of our most recent cautionary tales in education when dealing with technology, and some of the factors that went into the cautionary tales and what we might can do as educational professionals to not have this happen in our schools and systems. First of all, we had a situation where a student was suspended after recording a teacher in class. And this wasn't just your everyday normal recording of a teacher in class, doing something silly. This student actually recorded a teacher using derogatory language and using a racial slur in class. And the student tried to record the teacher to show administration and their parents that the teacher was using derogatory language in class. And this was a sophomore at Glendale High School in Springfield, Missouri. And the biggest thing from here was not only that the student was recording the teacher in class, but the student got in trouble and it got disciplinary measures from it. The student was suspended from school for 3 days for recording her teacher using the racial slur in class. Now, the student wasn't the only one to get in trouble. The teacher was placed on administrative leave and is now no longer employed by the district, so there was disciplinary action taken against the teacher as well. However, the video was not posted on social media. It only stayed within the student that and the student's family that recorded the video. But the student was suspended under school board policy for inappropriate use of technological devices and violating the privacy of the other students in the class. So, even though the student was doing it for a good reason, it still violated the inappropriate use. The school also said that because there were minor students in the class and it could have been uploaded to social media, then it could have been used for different purposes. The parent was not okay with the deal, and the parent was very angry and went to the school board, but nevertheless, the student did get suspended. When looking at my local school board policy, which is in Unicoi County, Policy 6.312 says students must have their electronic devices turned off and put away unless they have been given specific permission by the teacher or administrator for them to use them for a classroom assignment or project. And unauthorized use results in confiscation of the device. So there's nothing in our board policy that would have had this student be suspended from school. The student's device would have just been taken up by the school and given out to the parent. So that's a little bit different in our school system versus the one in Missouri. The next situation involves a high school teacher who was placed on leave after creating an OnlyFans account. So, a 28-year-old high school teacher at St. Clair High School in St. Clair, Missouri, was placed on administrative leave after the school district found out she had an OnlyFans web page where she was making money from illicit videos. She said she knew the risks and started back in the summer to supplement her $42,000 teaching salary. And she said she was making $8,000 to $10,000 per month from the page. This teacher is currently still on leave. The district has not made a decision about the situation. It only happened about a week ago. My guess would be this teacher will be terminated. Her license will probably be taken, but we don't know that yet. That is what she suspects. She even said she knew that she would probably never get to teach again. So even though she knew the consequences and what would happen if she did this, she still went ahead and did it anyway because she, I guess, couldn't turn down the money. Our local school board policy in Unicoi County, Policy 5.60, does mention staff rights and responsibilities and refers teachers to the Tennessee Teacher Code of Ethics, which is Tennessee Code Annotated 49-5-1001. Teachers must maintain their responsibilities under the Code of Ethics at all times, even when not on the clock or at the school. And that's very clear in everything presented on our school board policy, our faculty and staff expectations, and the Tennessee Code Annotated. You're not just a teacher while you're at school, you're a teacher at all times. Even away from the school, you must maintain the dignity and value and the ethics of being a teacher and being a professional at all times. So this teacher obviously failed at that, and the teacher obviously will be disciplined for that. So that is a big no. Our final situation we want to look at today is virtual learning a new form of exclusionary discipline? And we know exclusionary discipline is when we remove a student from the classroom or the regular environment of learning and teaching. A growing number of school systems around the country are sending students to virtual schooling when they misbehave in the regular setting. A couple of examples mentioned in this article were Houston and Baltimore. In Houston, they have set up a virtual school during COVID, and they are now using that virtual school to send students who have misbehaved in the regular schools. And it mentioned that they have about 700 students currently in the virtual school, and almost 200 of them are there for disciplinary reasons. So a huge percentage of them are there for that. Baltimore, this situation mentioned a student that was in the classroom that was disciplined and was sent to virtual learning. And Baltimore schools representative in the article talks about how they do that often, and they do use their virtual learning school for that purpose, and how that it has to be done sometimes. You have to remove a student from the situation at the current time and figure it out later, essentially, is what they said. And that is a recurring theme at many school districts across our country at the present time. Exclusionary discipline, however, has not been proven to be effective in changing student behaviors. To the contrary, they have often shown to have negative consequences for students. Students drop out of school more, students go to jail more often, students do not graduate as often, all kinds of negative consequences when they have these exclusionary behaviors, and especially when they're sent to a virtual school without them wanting to go involuntarily. Voluntary virtual school works very well. Involuntary does not. And it really harms these students from the studies shown when they have to do this. As far as my local school district, Unicoi County, Policy 4.212 addresses the school system's virtual education program, which is called UC Advance. And our program is not used as a disciplinary tool. Instead, students are selected for it only based on academic remediation and enrichment. So it is strictly academic based. It is not discipline based. Discipline is never used for sending a student there. Students can be removed from there if they are not attending and completing their work on time and things of that nature, but they are not sent there based on discipline like some other school systems are. So these are three cautionary tales in educational technology at the present time in our schools across the country that I have shared with you, and I hope you glean some information from it that can help you and can help maybe let you think about your local school system and how it might respond to these situations.